Hey guys, and welcome back to today's video where we're going to be going over exactly what YouTube TV is, how it works, how it's different from traditional satellite and cable television, and then just kind of going over some of the pros and cons of this particular service. So heading right on into it, in their frequently asked questions, it states that YouTube TV is a TV streaming service that lets you watch live TV from major broadcast and popular cable networks, enjoy local and national live sports, and must-see shows the moment they air, record all of your favorites without storage limits, so you get a limited DVR, and stream wherever you go, whether that's inside or outside of your home on your mobile devices, as well as your tablets, iPads, your computer, and they also do have some options for you to stream through your television, but they're a little bit more limited. And I really hope that YouTube TV consistently adds more devices, because right now that is one of their shortcomings, is the fact that they're not available on a ton of different diverse devices that you can hook into your television. So basically what you're going to be getting here is about 40 to 50 channels or so for $35 a month. There's only one package available. There's no tier system like you get over at PlayStation Vue or DirecTV Now, or some of the other different a la carte options that you have with Sling TV. It's just that base $35 a month. What you see is what you get. Generally with YouTube TV, they do a pretty good job of getting you access to a number of your local channels, as well as your regional sports network. But the downside here in comparison to their competition is they don't have access to a lot of very popular channels. You can kind of see which channels here are available, but just to note some of the glaring weaknesses, they don't have things like TBS, TNT, CNN, Nickelodeon, Comedy Central, Cartoon Network, Travel Channel, HGTV, History Channel. I mean, this is a pretty long list of popular channels that you would expect to get. What they do have is the ESPN channels, ABC and Disney, as well as AMC, very popular, NBC, CBS Sports, the Fox Sports Networks, and Fox channels. So generally a good selection of sports content. However, you also aren't getting the NFL Network or NBA TV or the MLB Network. But you know, just looking at this package, you get some channels here and there from the different categories, such as news channels, entertainment, drama, kids channels, but it's just not that whole encompassing package that you would generally get with some of their competitors in this particular space. I think that DirecTV Now, Sling TV, and PlayStation Vue generally do a better job of having a wider access to all of the channels that people generally want from a traditional live streaming service like this. Also, when you compare it to traditional satellite and cable television, obviously it's a fraction of the cost. This is, you know, especially if you have a ton of channels and renting those cable or satellite boxes that you hook up in your house, or all the different added on fees, you're probably going to be spending less than half on what those traditional services cost. But the downside obviously is you're giving up quite a bit of content in comparison to those as well. But also some of the positives here are there's no contract. You can cancel at any point, and you don't have to have the satellite or cable TV providers sending someone out to your house to install the equipment, run those coax cables throughout your entire house, or don't have that big issue of, if you want to cancel your subscription, all of the hoops you have to jump through with traditional satellite and cable television. That's not here. You just go online, you cancel your service, and that's the end of it. You know, and you can turn the subscription back on whenever you want in the future, and you don't have to call up or get people to install anything. It just, as soon as you pay and re-up that subscription, you're going to have access to it again. So much more ease of use with these particular online streaming services, in terms of not having the contract and not having the companies having to come to your house and install a bunch of equipment. That's a huge positive. And also the price point is a huge positive as well with these particular internet TV streaming services. So just to kind of loosely compare the pros and cons in comparison to you know, PlayStation Vue, DirecTV Now, and Sling TV. The positives here are the fact that you get unlimited DVR. You can have 6 different login accounts on the same subscription, and getting 3 streams for that $35 a month cost is pretty generous. Over at PlayStation Vue, you can get up to 5 at the same time, and at Sling TV, if you get both their orange and blue package together, it's 4 streams at the same time, and then DirecTV Now is 2 streams at the same time. So you can kind of get a sense that it's kind of about in the middle in terms of the number of concurrent streams that you can watch at the same time. But the big advantage, of course, is that unlimited DVR, where their competitors usually offer a base amount of DVR, a certain amount of hours, and then you can add on to that for an extra fee. But this is just unlimited, no extra fee, and it's just included in that base package. And then also I will say that a lot of their competitors are getting better in terms of the amount of local channels offered, but in general YouTube TV is doing a pretty good job in terms of having those local channels offered in the regions that are available with this particular service. Now let's just go over and I'll quickly show you what the web-based app looks like when you're logged into your Chrome login on the Chrome browser. You just go in here in the home. It's just going to have kind of these tiles that show you what's on. Your library is going to be saved shows. And then you can also go over to Live, which is more like a traditional guide where you can just go through and see what's on all of the different channels. And then if you want to see what's on more in the future, you can just go ahead and click on the particular logo of the channel, and then it gives you some extra options here. You scroll down, you can see what's live, you can watch different series, and then they have all these different things in there. And all the channels are going to kind of have a different number of options in terms of their on-demand content and how they lay things out here in terms of the different tabs that you can click on. But also when you scroll down, so for instance, I just clicked on ESPN, and they're also going to show other channels that are of the ESPN network, so you don't have to go back out to see what's on those other ESPN channels. But that's just kind of how this particular app works. I like how they lay things out here in the traditional TV guide type situation in that Live tab, and then home is going to populate more with the channels that you end up watching more in the shows. It's going to be curated more as you go on and use this service more and more, and it gets a better idea of exactly what particular stations and shows that you like watching. And that's the great thing about having different logins for every user on the same subscription, is the fact that it's going to be curated to those particular logins, so you don't have to mix accounts and have content that you might not be all that interested in showing up in that curated home section area. So that's pretty much it for this video, guys. We've touched on what this service is, how it's going to work for you, how it's better than traditional satellite and cable television, and just kind of loosely comparing some of the pros and cons to some of the other competitors in this particular space going against Sling TV, DirecTV Now, PlayStation Vue, as well as Hulu TV. So that's going to wrap up this video, guys. We're making a lot of these YouTube TV particular videos, going over a lot of the frequently asked questions, doing in-app review, and all sorts of things. The channel's available, stuff like that. So if you want to check out those videos and get more information on this service, you can check out those videos over on our YouTube channel. So thanks for stopping on in, and we hope to see you guys in future videos. Bye.